Good afternoon, everyone. Five for Politics here. And unless you've been living under a rock for the last few months, you probably heard that the Trump administration has sent ICE, which stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement, into Minneapolis to conduct sweeps in the hunt for illegal immigrants. The pushback from the people of Minnesota, along with their state and local officials, has been tremendous, especially since the deaths of Renee Nicole Good and Alex Preti at the hands of ICE and Border Patrol officers. The death of Alex Preti was the most egregious, with agents tackling him to the ground, disarming him, and then shooting him 11 times as he lay pinned by at least 4 other agents. Now, whether you agree with this administration on immigration enforcement or not, it's important to remember the limits the Constitution places on these agencies and the government officials that make their policies. The Fourth Amendment protects all citizens and non-citizens from unreasonable search and seizure. Antonin Scalia and Ruth Bader Ginsburg, 2 former Supreme Court justices on opposite sides of the political spectrum, both agreed that the Constitution protects everyone on American soil. However, for the purpose of this video, let's put that aside for a moment and focus strictly on American citizens. The Fourth Amendment states that law enforcement must have probable cause to detain or arrest its citizens. The policies of this administration ignore the Fourth Amendment by detaining citizens and demanding they produce paperwork proving that fact. Proving your citizenship without probable cause to be detained is a violation of the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. I think it's important to note that having brown skin or speaking with an accent does not constitute probable cause. Yet over and over again, basic Fourth Amendment protections have been ignored by ICE during their immigration sweeps. What people don't realize is once this precedent is set, it can be used to erode the rights of all citizens and create a police state where you can be stopped at any time for any reason and detained with no probable cause. Now, in the past, if you as a citizen were arrested or detained, you had certain inalienable rights, such as the right against self-incrimination, a right to due process, a right to legal representation, and a trial in a court of law. This due process ensures that everyone is treated fairly under the law. However, time and time again, due process has been denied to both citizens and immigrants alike. By ignoring these protections now, American citizens risk having these policies used against them in the future by other administrations. Making matters worse, ICE has begun the policy of using non-judicial administrative warrants to enter homes and arrest citizens illegally. To clarify for folks that don't understand how the process is supposed to work, law enforcement would normally go to a judge, show probable cause for entrance, and then a judge would sign off on an executable warrant to enter someone's home or business. These new administrative warrants aren't really warrants at all, but an attempt to circumvent the Fourth Amendment. Now, using these fake administrative warrants, probable cause doesn't need to be proven to a judge. ICE can write their own warrant with no oversight and can enter your home at their own discretion. No probable cause needed and no oversight afforded. This is not America, folks. The policy, as it is being enforced today in Minneapolis and other places in the United States, gives federal agents the right to come into your home, arrest you, take you to a holding facility, and hold you indefinitely. There is no guarantee of due process, and you could be denied legal counsel. In short, we are giving our government permission to come into our homes and essentially abduct us and detain us without legal representation and little to no oversight. This oppression, no matter the goal, will be used to curtail the freedoms that Americans have fought and died for over the last 2.5 centuries. I urge those in support of this administration to take a long, hard look at the Constitution, and that means actually reading it, and determine if those rights should be so easily thrown away. Today they're taking immigrants. Tomorrow it will be your guns, and eventually it could be you and your family. This is Five for Politics. Thank you for watching.